Welcome back to our channel. Today we uncover the hidden layers of Florence Henderson, the beloved actress who brought the perfect mother, Carol Brady, to life on the Brady Bunch. On screen, she was the epitome of warmth and grace, capturing the hearts of millions as America's favorite mom. But behind the flawless facade of Brady family perfection lay secrets, struggles, and scandals that few ever knew. From a challenging childhood to a groundbreaking career, from personal controversies to enduring legacies, Florence Henderson's life was far more complex than her character on TV. Join us as we explore the untold truths about her journey, her relationships, and the darker moments behind the smiles. Florence Agnes Henderson's story began on Valentine's Day in 1934 in the small town of Dale, Indiana. As the youngest of 10 children in a large Catholic family, Florence's early years were defined by both love and hardship. While some might romanticize the idea of growing up in a big family, the reality for Florence was far from a cozy sitcom scenario. Her family faced crippling poverty, with her father struggling to provide for the household. Winters were especially harsh in their small, heatless home, where Florence often huddled in bed with several of her siblings to stay warm. This wasn't just a family trying to make ends meet, it was survival, day by day. Yet amidst these struggles, her mother, Elizabeth, found a way to bring light and joy into their lives. Elizabeth introduced young Florence to music, teaching her to sing by the time she was just 2 years old. For the Henderson family, music wasn't merely entertainment. It was an escape, a way to rise above the bleakness of their circumstances. By the time Florence was 8, her natural talent had become undeniable. She charmed locals with impromptu performances at grocery stores, bringing a spark of joy to her community. These small yet significant moments laid the foundation for her lifelong love of performing. For Florence, singing wasn't just a skill. It was her lifeline, her first step toward a brighter future. Her humble beginnings shaped her character, instilling in her a deep sense of resilience and gratitude. Growing up in a crowded household taught Florence not only how to share space, but also how to navigate relationships and challenges with grace. Qualities that would later define her, both as a performer and as a person. Florence's childhood wasn't idyllic, but it was formative. The struggles she faced didn't deter her. They fueled her ambition. Her early exposure to music planted a seed that would grow into an extraordinary career, making her one of America's most beloved icons. Florence Henderson's journey from a small-town girl to a Broadway sensation is a story of sheer determination and passion. In 1951, armed with a diploma from St. Francis Academy, she set her sights on New York City, chasing her dream of becoming an actress. It was a bold move for a young woman from humble beginnings, but Florence was no stranger to hard work and resilience. Her early days in the city were far from glamorous. She moved into the 3 Arts Club, a residence for women, where her room was so tiny she later compared it to a walk-in closet. Imagine squeezing your entire life into such a confined space while trying to navigate a city that seemed both dazzling and daunting. Yet Florence never let her circumstances define her. Instead, she saw them as stepping stones to her dreams. By 1952, her persistence bore fruit when she made her Broadway debut. This wasn't just a small role. It was the start of something extraordinary. Within just 2 years, she landed the lead role in the musical Fanny, a production that ran for an impressive 888 performances. Night after night, she captivated audiences with her undeniable charisma and enchanting voice. Florence Henderson's rise to stardom was anything but smooth. Behind her radiant smile and undeniable talent was a story of resilience and determination that almost came to an abrupt end during the early stages of her career. While Florence dazzled audiences with her voice and stage presence, her dreams were suddenly jeopardized by a life-altering medical diagnosis. Doctors discovered that Florence had a bone deformity in her inner ear, a rare condition that posed a serious threat to her hearing. For a performer whose future depended on her ability to hear and sing, the diagnosis was devastating. Imagine the crushing fear of losing not just your passion, but your entire identity as a performer. The stakes couldn't have been higher, and the odds were daunting. But Florence was not one to back down from a challenge. She faced this terrifying prospect with the same grace and determination that would later define her career. Opting for surgery, she took a leap of faith, knowing that the procedure was her only hope of preserving her dreams. The operation was a success, restoring her hearing and with it, her ability to perform. This experience didn't just save her career, it shaped her outlook on life. Florence emerged stronger, more grateful, and deeply aware of how fragile even the brightest dreams could be. She channeled this resilience into her work, captivating audiences with not only her talent but the unyielding spirit that defined her journey. These early years were more than just a chapter in her life. They were a testament to her resilience and commitment to her craft. Florence's ability to endure hardships, embrace opportunities, and triumph over challenges laid the foundation for her legendary career. Her story is a powerful reminder that greatness is often forged in the crucible of adversity. Florence Henderson's career was a masterclass in versatility and perseverance. While she first dazzled audiences on the Broadway stage, her eventual leap to television solidified her status as a household name. In 1958, she made her television debut in a TV adaptation of Little Women, a modest beginning that opened the door to greater opportunities. Her defining moment came when she was cast as Carol Brady in the Brady Bunch. It's hard to imagine anyone else embodying the iconic role, but Henderson almost didn't get the chance. The role was originally offered to Shirley Jones, another Broadway star, who declined, not wanting to be pigeonholed as a domestic mother figure. This twist of fate became Florence's golden opportunity. Stepping into the role of Carol Brady wasn't without its challenges. When the Brady Bunch was picked up for its first season, Henderson faced an unusual predicament. She had shaved her head for a previous role in the biographical musical Song of Norway. With no time for her hair to grow back, the solution was a wig, which became Carol Brady's signature look during the first season. It's almost poetic that her performance as the perfect mother was achieved through a combination of skill, resilience, and a touch of Hollywood magic. Beyond the Brady Bunch, Henderson's career expanded in ways that showcased her multifaceted talent. Florence Henderson's career wasn't just limited to Broadway or sitcoms. Her talents extended across various mediums, showcasing her incredible versatility. She made an early impact on television with guest appearances in 2 episodes of the United States Steel Hour. One notable role was her portrayal of Mary Jane in a 1957 adaptation of Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. The following year, she starred in A Family Alliance, based on Dorothy Canfield Fisher's short story From a Harvest of Stories. Henderson also became a familiar face in the advertising world, appearing alongside Bill Hayes in Oldsmobile commercials on The Patty Page Show from 1958 to 1961. Her charm and vocal talent shone in a 1959 industrial musical for Oldsmobile, where she performed the catchy tune, Don't Let a Bee Back Get Away. Her musical prowess wasn't confined to commercials. In 1960, Henderson and Hayes brought their harmonious chemistry to Tonight starring Jack Parr, delivering an unforgettable musical performance. By 1962, her stage presence had earned her the prestigious Sarah Siddons Award for her theater work in Chicago. In the same year, she made history as the first woman to guest host The Tonight Show, After Jack Parr's departure and before Johnny Carson took over, her poise and wit captivated audiences, proving she was more than just a performer. She was a trailblazer. Broadway also remained a significant part of her life, with her performance in The Girl Who Came to Supper in 1963 further solidifying her reputation as a star. That same year, she appeared on The Voice of Firestone, singing alongside renowned baritone Mario Serini, and released her music under RCA Victor, adding yet another dimension to her multifaceted career. Besides, she became the face of iconic brands like Wesson Oil and Polident, turning product endorsements into another avenue of stardom. These long-running partnerships were more than just commercials. They became part of her public persona, cementing her as a relatable, trusted figure in American homes. Florence Henderson's career didn't fade after the Brady Bunch. Instead, she embraced new opportunities, often surprising fans with her versatility and humor. In the 2000s, she became the spokesperson for Polydent, cementing her image as a trusted and relatable figure. But Florence wasn't afraid to poke fun at herself. In 2003, she joined forces with Ozzy Osbourne for a memorable Pepsi Twist commercial that hilariously juxtaposed her wholesome persona with Ozzy's rock star image. Henderson also reconnected with her Brady Bunch family in various projects, including appearances alongside Christopher Knight in the reality series My Fair Brady. She stepped even further out of her comfort zone with a stint on VH1's The Surreal Life, showing fans her willingness to embrace unconventional roles. Her connection to her fans remained strong in other surprising ways. Starting in the mid-1990s, she performed God Bless America at the iconic Indianapolis 500, a role she held by invitation from the Holman George family, owners of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Florence's playful side shone in pop culture moments too. She made a cameo in Weird Al Yankovic's music video for Amish Paradise, and delivered a laugh-out-loud guest appearance on Whose Line Is It Anyway?, sharing on-screen kisses with Ryan Stiles and Colin Mocree that left audiences in stitches. From 2007 to 2009, Florence hosted Living Live, a daily talk show on Retirement Living TV, alongside Meshack Taylor. The show eventually centered around her and was renamed The Florence Henderson Show, which earned an Emmy nomination in 2010, further cementing her legacy as an entertainer who could captivate any audience. That same year, she surprised wrestling fans by guest hosting an episode of WWE's Raw, proving once again that Florence Henderson could truly do it all. Florence Henderson's career continued to evolve well into the 2010s, proving that her charm and talent were timeless. In 2010, she was one of 12 celebrities competing on season 11 of Dancing with the Stars. Paired with professional dancer Corky Ballas, the father of two-time champion Mark Ballas, Florence brought her signature grace to the dance floor. Although she was the fifth contestant eliminated, her participation delighted fans, showcasing her adventurous spirit and willingness to step out of her comfort zone. In 2012, Florence lent her voice to the animated series The Cleveland Show, portraying Barbara, the childhood nanny of Cleveland Brown in the episode The Men in Me. Her character helped Cleveland embrace his true self, with the episode concluding in a humorous and heartwarming moment as Cleveland proclaimed, "Florence Henderson, everybody." That same year, she made a special Mother's Day appearance on The Price is Right, presenting prizes alongside host Drew Carey, adding her warmth and charisma to the iconic game show. In 2013, Florence showcased yet another talent when she began hosting the cooking show Who's Cooking with Florence Henderson on Retirement Living TV. Her natural rapport with guests made the show a hit among viewers. She also frequently hosted the Mrs. America and Mrs. World pageants, bringing her poise and professionalism to the stage. Through these diverse projects, Florence Henderson proved that her ability to connect with audiences transcended genres, keeping her relevant and beloved by fans of all ages. Decades later, her performance remains a touchstone in American television history. Florence Henderson's career is a testament to her ability to seize opportunities, overcome challenges, and connect with audiences across generations. From Broadway's bright lights to the small screen's comforting glow, she brought her talent, grace, and indomitable spirit to everything she touched. Florence Henderson's life wasn't without its share of scandals and controversies, even as she became synonymous with the wholesome image of Carol Brady. While the Brady Bunch portrayed an idealized family, the reality behind the scenes occasionally strayed far from perfection. One of the more surprising controversies came from her co-star Maureen McCormick, who played Marcia Brady. In her memoir, McCormick claimed that Henderson had a penchant for sunbathing topless and engaging in behavior that some might call shameless. The claims raised eyebrows, but Florence handled them with characteristic poise. Instead of denying the accusations outright, she addressed them with humor and grace, deflecting negativity while maintaining her image as America's favorite mom. However, it was her relationship with another co-star, Barry Williams, that truly made headlines. Williams, who played her on-screen son Greg Brady, boldly asked Henderson out on what he called a date during the show's run. At the time, he was a teenager, and she was a married woman in her mid-30s. While this might sound shocking, the truth was far more innocent. Henderson agreed to the dinner to humor the young actor, and she later explained that the evening ended with nothing more than a motherly peck on the cheek. Williams himself later admitted it was more about seeking attention from someone he admired than any romantic intent. The rumors surrounding their so-called date persisted for years, but Henderson's ability to maintain professionalism on set was undeniable. She treated her young co-stars with kindness and respect, creating a familial bond that mirrored the show's on-screen dynamic. Even when faced with gossip, she managed to navigate these challenges with a level of grace that few could match. These controversies didn't tarnish Henderson's reputation. If anything, they added layers to her public persona. Far from perfect, she was relatable, a woman who handled life's messier moments with humor, dignity, and an unwavering commitment to her craft. Her ability to rise above the drama solidified her status as a true icon, proving that even behind the brightest smiles, there's a complex and fascinating story waiting to be told. Florence Henderson's personal life was as dynamic as her career, marked by love, challenges, and unexpected transformations. Her first marriage to Ira Bernstein lasted nearly 3 decades, a testament to their commitment despite the immense pressures of her career. Together, they raised 4 children, and Florence did everything she could to balance her life as a devoted mother and a rising star in Hollywood. Imagine the effort it took. Every weekend during the Brady Bunch's production, Henderson would board a flight from Los Angeles to New York just to be with her family. It was a grueling routine, but it showcased her unwavering dedication to her children and husband. However, this constant back and forth took its toll. The strain of balancing her demanding career and family life eventually led to their divorce, a difficult chapter in her life that she faced with grace and resilience. But Florence's story didn't end there. In 1987, she found love again with Dr. John Kappas, a hypnotherapist who not only became her partner, but also played a pivotal role in her personal growth. Their connection began during a time when Florence was seeking help for phobias, including a fear of flying and stage fright, an ironic challenge for someone so used to life in the spotlight. Under his guidance, she overcame these fears and their professional relationship blossomed into a deep and lasting love. Their marriage brought Florence a sense of peace and stability, something she cherished after years of juggling so many roles. Dr. Kappas also inspired her to explore hypnotherapy herself, and she became a certified hypnotherapist. While she didn't practice professionally, this newfound skill added another dimension to her already multifaceted life. Florence's personal journey reflects the complexity of her character, a woman who embraced every challenge with courage and found ways to reinvent herself, even in the face of adversity. Her ability to find love, healing, and growth in unexpected places is a testament to her resilience and openness to new possibilities. It's just another reason why her story continues to resonate with so many. Florence Henderson's relationships were a testament to her compassion and loyalty, qualities that defined her both on and off screen. Among the most poignant was her bond with her Brady Bunch co-star, Robert Reed, who played her on-screen husband, Mike Brady. Behind the scenes, their relationship was built on trust and mutual respect. Early in their time working together, Reed confided in Henderson about his sexual orientation, a deeply personal secret he kept hidden from the public out of fear that it could end his career in an era of widespread prejudice. Florence didn't just keep his secret, she actively supported him, helping him navigate the challenges of their on-screen romance with grace and professionalism. Their connection deepened over the years, and when Reed was diagnosed with colon lymphoma, he turned to Henderson once again. In a heartbreaking moment, he asked her to inform their fellow cast members about his illness, sparing him the pain of breaking the news himself. Henderson fulfilled his request with the same kindness and strength that defined their friendship. Reed's passing in 1992 at the age of 59 devastated fans, particularly when it became public knowledge that he was also HIV positive. The revelation was a shock to many, but for Florence, it was simply another part of his story she had quietly accepted and shielded him from during his life. Her loyalty never wavered, and she continued to honor his memory, speaking of him with admiration and respect long after his death. Florence Henderson's legacy is inseparable from her generosity of spirit. Florence Henderson was often compared to other iconic TV moms, but she brought something uniquely her own to the role of Carol Brady. While contemporaries like Barbara Billingsley of Leave It to Beaver represented the idealized 1950s mother, calm, composed, and always perfect, Florence embodied a more modern, relatable kind of parent. Carol Brady wasn't afraid to make mistakes or show vulnerability, which resonated deeply with viewers navigating the challenges of family life in the 1970s. This distinction set Florence apart, earning her the title of America's Mom for a new generation. Her warmth, humor, and realistic portrayal of a blended family matriarch made her a trailblazer in redefining what it meant to be a television mom. Florence wasn't just playing a role, she was setting a standard for authenticity and heart that few have matched since. Decades after the Brady Bunch ended, Florence Henderson reflected on how her character, Carol Brady, continued to touch the lives of millions. In a heartwarming moment she shared during an interview, Florence recalled a shopping trip to Bloomingdale's. While browsing the lingerie department, a Russian woman approached her and said, "I like you. I like your show. I learned English eating from your show." It was a touching reminder of her cultural impact, but as Florence wittily noted, you can't pay your bills with nostalgia. Whether it was her dedication to her Brady Bunch family, her unwavering support for her co-stars, or the grace with which she navigated personal and professional challenges, she left an indelible mark on those who knew her. Florence Henderson's generosity and deep connection to her roots were evident in her philanthropic efforts, during the 2000s. She became a public benefactor for the Sisters of St. Benedict in Ferdinand, Indiana, women who had played a pivotal role in her early education. Florence not only lent her star power to promotional videos for the order, but also actively participated in fundraising initiatives. Her dedication went beyond appearances. In 2001, she competed on the game show Weakest Link and a special episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, winning $32,000 for the Sisters of St. Benedict. These moments showcased not only her intelligence, but also her unwavering commitment to giving back to those who had shaped her upbringing. Even during her appearance on The Surreal Life, Florence's values shone through. When asked to don a nun's habit as part of a comedic skit, she politely declined, demonstrating her deep respect for the women who had influenced her life. Through her philanthropy and public support, Florence Henderson reinforced her legacy as more than just a performer. She was a compassionate and grounded individual dedicated to making a difference. Even decades after the Brady Bunch first aired, her portrayal of Carol Brady remains iconic, representing love, unity, and resilience. Florence's ability to connect with audiences and her peers alike ensured that her legacy would extend far beyond her roles on screen. Beyond her role as America's mom, Florence Henderson set an enduring example of kindness, strength, and grace. Florence Henderson's sudden passing on Thanksgiving Day in 2016 at the age of 82 left a deep void in the hearts of her fans, co-stars, and the entertainment industry. The news of her death from heart failure sent shockwaves through social media and news outlets as tributes poured in from people across the globe. Many expressed their disbelief and grief, emphasizing how Florence had been more than just an actress. She was a symbol of warmth, kindness, and family values. For decades, Florence Henderson's portrayal of Carol Brady, the loving and wise matriarch, resonated deeply with audiences, cementing her role as America's mom. But Florence herself often spoke of the role with humility, emphasizing that the Brady Bunch was at its core a story about family. This simple yet profound sentiment carried through her work and her life, leaving a lasting impression on those who grew up watching her. Fans took to platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to share their memories of growing up watching the Brady Bunch, a show that had provided comfort and joy to millions. One user tweeted, "Florence Henderson made the Brady home feel like my home. She wasn't just Carol Brady, she was my childhood." The media highlighted Florence's immense impact, with major outlets like CNN, BBC, and the New York Times publishing heartfelt obituaries that celebrated her legacy. Many articles noted how her portrayal of Carol Brady symbolized a simpler, more wholesome time in American culture. As the tributes flowed, her co-stars from the Brady Bunch shared emotional statements, recounting her generosity, humor, and the irreplaceable presence she brought to their lives. What made Florence's passing even more poignant was the timing. Thanksgiving, a day synonymous with family and togetherness, mirrored the values she represented on screen. Her departure on such a meaningful day only deepened the sense of loss. Fans around the world lit virtual candles and shared their gratitude for her contributions to entertainment, reminding everyone of the profound way she had touched lives both on and off the screen. Florence Henderson's passing marked the end of an era. Her role as Carol Brady became a timeless symbol of kindness, resilience, and family values. Even after the cameras stopped rolling, Henderson continued to embody the values she portrayed on screen. She became a symbol of love, humor, and grace, qualities that endeared her to fans long after the Brady Bunch went off the air. Whether it was through her career, her personal relationships, or her enduring public persona, Florence managed to connect with people in a way that few others could. Florence inspired countless individuals to value family, compassion, and resilience. Florence Henderson's life was a tale of contrasts, an actress who epitomized the ideal mother on screen, yet faced personal struggles and controversies behind the scenes. Her journey, filled with resilience, compassion, and groundbreaking achievements, left an indelible mark on Hollywood and her fans. As we reflect on her incredible legacy, one thing is clear. Florence Henderson wasn't just Carol Brady. She was a pioneer, a performer, and a true icon of her time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into her life, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Let us know in the comments who you'd like us to feature next, and we'll see you in the next video.